Hey everybody, this is John Corcoran from California Law Report, calawreport.com, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of the How to Sell Your Business for Top Dollar webinar with Kevin Waldron and myself, John Corcoran. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to cover. I'm going to tell you a little bit about who Kevin is and why he's, I think, really a leading thought leader in the field of business consulting and exit planning. His background in business, he sold a very successful disaster recovery business for in the multi-millions, and a little bit about myself and why you might be interested in hearing what I have to say as well. Kevin is a really interesting guy. He's originally from Scotland. He came over to the United States in the early 1980s and never left. He started working for a couple years and actually worked in disaster recovery, disaster restoration for a couple of other companies. And then he figured out, well, I think I can do this myself. And he started a really small company. It was just him and one employee in a very small warehouse in 1988. He built that company up to a $24 million a year company with 230 employees and 5 offices, and then he finally sold it in 2005. He traveled the world, went around for a year basically, and said, asked himself, what do I want to do now that I can basically call my shots? And he decided, well, I really like working with entrepreneurs. I like small business owners and helping them to do what I did, which is increase their revenue and eventually sell their company on their own terms so that they can enjoy themselves and spend more time with family or engage in hobbies or start another business maybe, whatever it is they want to do. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I have over 15 years of experience in politics, government, public relations, and law. I worked in the Clinton White House and the California Governor's Office, amongst other places. I created the California Law Report, which you may have discovered this video through. And I'm an attorney and a small business advisor. So here's what this webinar is going to cover. First of all, we're going to start off by giving you a number of concrete, quick tips on how you can increase your business revenue today, often through very simple changes in what you're doing today. And this can apply no matter what line of work you're in. And this is important for two reasons. Number one, obviously it puts money in your pocket today, or it may help you if you're struggling in this economy, as many businesses are. And number two, that's what buyers want to see. They want to see either high revenue numbers or at least increasing revenue numbers. We're also going to talk about the essentials of how you attract a buyer to buy your business. And this is very different from what you do on a day-to-day basis as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. You have to think the way a buyer would think, the way they would analyze your business, and how they would treat it, how they look upon an attractive acquisition. Maybe this picture looks familiar, but a lot of business owners are incredibly overworked, and they find they have to work more than they did when they were an employee. And so we're going to talk about how you can implement key systems so you don't have to work 24/7. We're also going to talk about what an exit plan is, why you need one, what it can do for you, and very briefly, an exit plan is a long-range strategy, usually between 2 to 5 years. It's not a document that you can create and implement in a week to turn a company around. It's really a long-term strategy to get your business to the place that it needs to be so that you can sell it for top dollar if that's what you want to do, or at least you can enjoy the increased revenue in the meantime. And we're also going to talk about smart strategies, ways you can increase the purchase price that you ultimately get at the end. And we're going to have one special bonus, which I'm really excited about. For one random participant in the webinar, we're going to be offering a 45-minute one-on-one coaching call with Kevin and myself, completely free for you, where we're going to do a much more in-depth analysis of your business, hear what your concerns are, what your issues are, and what you're really worried about, and give you some specifically tailored advice. So I'm really excited about that, and you're going to have to stick around to the end of the webinar in order to qualify, because we're going to give you the details at the very end. So whether you have particular concerns about growth strategies or increasing revenue or finding new customers, reducing employee turnover, reducing your workload, or how you can find a way to spend more time doing what you want, whether it's spending time with family or on a hobby. We're going to go much more in depth with that one person. So that's what we're going to be covering in the webinar. And so you can go ahead and register right now. Go to California Law Report, calawreport.com/top dollar, and that will take you directly to the registration page. Okay, thanks very much. Hope you can join us.